joined now by the New York Times' Maggie Haberman. She is also the author of Confidence Man, The Making of Donald Trump and the Breaking of America. Also here, CNN senior political commentator Scott Jennings and former Democratic Congressman Mondaire Jones. So, Maggie, let's just start with Elon Musk doing what he's doing on his social media platform, calling out people by name. What do you make? Look, I understand that Elon Musk has a very clear perspective on, excessive government spending. And that's what he is doing in helping Trump form this next administration. But when you talk about people who are not, known figures, are not public figures, it elevates them in ways that it inevitably makes them a target. And we have seen this over and over again, whether it's Musk doing that or whether it is, Donald Trump as a citizen doing it, a candidate doing it, and then a president doing it, and we have no idea what he's going to do once he's president again. There are repercussions for the people involved. And there are real-world consequences. Again, whether that is the goal or not of what Musk is doing, that is the effect. Monday, several of the government employees who Musk singled out had jobs related to climate change, including the Department of Energy's chief climate officer in its loan programs office. So what do you think of that? Given we should note that Musk's Tesla did benefit from a loan from that office in 2010. Yeah, it got $465 million in loans in 2010 from the same office, whose head now has been, putting at risk through amplifying details about that person's personal life. And you can't say that Elon doesn't know what he's doing when he does this stuff. He has expressed the same concern about his own personal safety. I'm old enough to remember December of 2022 when he suspended Twitter accounts for following the movements of his private jet. So this is really problematic behavior from someone who acts like a child, but who has unusual power, and it should not surprise him then for him to be sued, among other things, by these individuals because of his reckless behavior that puts their lives at risk. He's got plenty of lawyers, and he can pay for them. I will say that. Scott, do you think there will be an exodus of government workers as a result of this? Or do you think that the government workers in general might not want to subject themselves to this type of pressure? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's possible that some people don't want to work for a government that's headed by Donald Trump, or that has Elon Musk as an advisor. And that's fine. I mean, they're not entitled to these jobs. I tend to agree that these people aren't public figures, and therefore I understand the consternation that it's causing. They do work for the public. However, they do work for the government. And, there is something to be said about what it's going to mean to have an examination of the government and whether these kinds of employees or any kind of employee really wants to operate in a government with a new president. So I don't know how many people will leave, but if Elon Musk and Vivek and Donald Trump end up shrinking the size of government, some of them may not have any choice. Government may get a little bit smaller than we've got used to it, which for most Republicans wouldn't be a terrible thing. I will know my sons both do think it's ironic that the government efficiency panel has 2 people leading it and not 1. They don't think that's particularly efficient. But that's an aside. Maggie, the president-elect, and Elon Musk are both very rich people. They have large fortunes. People are fascinated by the nature of this relationship and whether it can last. Where do you see it going? Where does it stand now? Well, it's in good standing now. There are certainly been a lot of complaints from people around Trump beginning soon after Election Day that Elon Musk was there too much. He was sitting in transition meetings that some people didn't care for him to be present for. But if Trump is getting tired of him, Trump is not making that especially public. You know where I could see Trump chafing here and there because Trump never likes anybody around for too long. And one of the things that people around him have come to realize over time is this scarcity is a commodity for them if they want to have longevity with him. Musk is also, and depends on the day, the richest or one of the richest men in the world. And Trump has a huge fascination with wealth. As you noted, Trump equates wealth with intelligence. And so I actually think this relationship could last for quite some time. When relationships start to become problematic in Trump's mind is usually when the person starts attracting negative headlines that bounce off on Trump. That's not happening right now.